All right, you guys, welcome. And we are today doing another Ayurvedic talk. I'm just like muting everybody here. We are still in the spring cleanse. So for those of you who are thinking, I really do want to do it, you can. You still can. We could do a quick spring cleanse for you. You do not have to do the 3 week, month-long cleanse. It's the best, but if you just want to do a mini cleanse, you could do that. So I still have another Ayurvedic online cleanse talk this Thursday, and I think I'll do one next Thursday for those people who started a little later. So you're welcome to join. It's just a drop-in fee. Now, tonight we're talking about rejuvenation and rebuilding. So one of the things that happens after we cleanse is you want to then rejuvenate the body. This is the part where a lot of us here in the West ignore it. We just, I did the cleanse, I purged, I got through everything, and now I'm back to life. And what we don't understand is that you're now just heading down that same path of getting toxins built up again. And toxins don't just build up physically. We have emotional toxins, we have toxins in our thinking. There's all levels of toxins. So we go back to the same old thing, and we really don't want to do that. It's we've just cleaned out. It's like spring cleaning in a way. You spring clean your house and you dust it and you open the windows, you bring in the fresh air, you redo everything, you get rid of the old, and that feels good. And what if you were to go down and drop a bunch of stuff off at the Goodwill or at the charity center, and then everything's great, your house is all in order, and now you go back down and get all that crap and bring it back into your house? That's kind of how we treat our bodies here. I see it a lot. So it's the typical way that we deal with things. It's like when people go on the wagon. Well, I'm not a big supporter of alcohol, and that's not because I really care if people are doing it or not, but I'm not supporter of it because it's a poison, and it, you know, it's a poison. And so we don't want to go out and just bring back in what we were doing that took us out of balance. So rejuvenation is the actual purpose of panchakarma. And if you don't know what panchakarma means, it's okay. It is Ayurveda's purification process. It is how we help people turn the disease pathway around. So panchakarma is a really important, complicated process, and it is individualized, but it is a way of purifying the body, and then we strengthen the body from future illnesses, imbalances, and diseases. And you want to do this so that you have a good quality of life. So if you live a long life, why not have a good, healthy life instead of suffer? I don't want to suffer. I'm suffering right now with my back hurting because I worked in my garden. I totally overdid it, but it's temporary. So, panchakarma is what we have to do. And then the main goal is rejuvenation. That's what we're heading towards. So you want to use rasanas. Those are the types of herbs. And basically, rasanas are just rejuvenation herbs. They are herbs that help support. There's lots of different traditional Ayurvedic herbs that do that. Chyavanprash is one of the main traditional formulations that you'll hear people talk about here and there. It's been around. When I got really, really ill, I have to go back and look at my calendar. When I got really, really ill not that long ago and I almost died from sepsis, one of the things that I did outside of the Abhyanga Shirodhara treatment, which is what really helped me, I did Chyavanprash for a really long time. And at that time, I was in a yoga training program through the Himalayan Institute. And I was able to get really good Chyavanprash, not the stuff that you get in an Indian store where it's kind of like junk food. You want to get the really good stuff because it is meant to rejuvenate. Very nourishing and very yummy. Very yummy. So Chyavanprash is one of the Rasana herbs. And what Rasanas do is they strengthen, they bring in vitality, longevity, tone, they increase energy, and they help with the immune system. And that is how we protect ourselves. That is how we allow ourselves to be more in that preventative medicine approach. For a Vata individual, so somebody who has more air and ether, you would want to make sure that you are having your Ayurvedic rasanas, those herbs that are rejuvenating, and you can do it with a medium, so like a carrier that's going to take it into the body like milk, but it has to be warm. So Ayurveda does use milk, but it's always warm. So you warm up the milk, you add the Chyavanprash or the Rasana herbs like ashwagandha, bala, there's a few. And then you have that with the hot milk, and that really supports Vata. I also suggest ghee with that. For Pitta people, they would want to kind of lean more towards Shatavari. And that's because Pittas run hot. And so Shatavari is going to help balance hormones. It's going to stabilize. Shatavari is a very stabilizing herb. Every herb and herb complex, so like herbal blend, has a specific thing that it's doing. It's the same. And I know that I tell you guys I repeat a lot, but it's because we need to hear it again and again and again. Why would we take cranberry juice? Well, because we have a bladder infection. That's because cranberries target those particular tissues in the body. So it's the same thing with these herbs. They have a specific thing that they do in the body, okay? It's called a prabhav. A prabhav means that each herb specializes in something. It's like got a specialty. It's got its extra special talent. And that's what cranberry does for the bladder tissues and the urinary tract. And for like ashwagandha is a builder. Everybody's taking ashwagandha, and I have people that are taking ashwagandha that shouldn't be taking it. It's because you can get it at Costco now. And so everybody's like, oh, I think it's really good for me, so I think I'll take it. So Shatavari is for the Pitta individual to help stabilize, right? Because they run hot. And then if you're a Kapha person, you would want to have an herb that's going to stimulate and break things up. So something like Trikatu or Punarvana. There's a lot of different herbal blends that you can use. Okay, now I do want to make sure that when we are doing this rejuvenation process, it's a way of tonifying our system. It's not just bringing in vitality, it's actually strengthening and tonifying. And it's a way for us to keep ourselves stable and balanced in our lives. The other thing that you want to do is really pay attention to what your circadian rhythms are. So this is why I love camping. It's one of the reasons why I'm really missing my boyfriend because we always would go camping. And I love it so much because you go to bed when the sun goes down. You get up when the sun comes up. There's nothing else to do. You go to bed. You're following what naturally is happening in the environment. I love it so much. All right, here are some of the other things that you can do to help support rejuvenation. Make sure you're getting your sleep. Make sure you're in the rhythm of what's happening in nature. So that's your circadian biology. Make sure that you are not wasting energy. That means physically, mentally, emotionally. Do not bring in negativity. We are in charge of what we allow in, what we choose to listen to, what we choose to watch, what conversations we choose to be a part of. we're in charge of that. You guys, those are causing some scars. Some scars are impressions. And now you have to assimilate those if you bring that in. And by the way, having attachment to positive experiences is also that way too. So you want to make sure that you are really paying attention to, oh, I'm really clinging to a certain experience. I want this to happen. That's also an imbalance. So we want to get to where we're just really okay with what shows up in life. Be careful with what you're eating. Pay attention to what your particular dosha is and follow your doshic food list. Reach out to me if you're not sure, and I can support you with that. Meditation, you guys, bring meditation into your life. It has saved me over and over and over. I just signed up for a 10-day meditation retreat. So I'm getting ready to do that. I signed up for 2. If I get into the one at the end of May, I will be doing that one. I haven't found out yet, but I definitely got accepted into the one in the first part of July. So I'm going to do a 10-day Vipassana. But what meditation does is it nourishes. It nourishes. It helps you unwind all the stuff and the stress that we're carrying around. It just lets it unwind, and it's a way to relax, let go, and then have some awareness or consciousness around, wow, I keep doing this. I keep getting myself into this conversation. What's that about? And you start to see yourself in a different light. And we learn how to love ourselves when we meditate. It's a way of nourishing and loving ourselves. Okay, so those are some things that you can do when you're doing rejuvenation. And that is all part of Panchakarma. That is all part of the spring cleanse, fall cleanse too, at the very end. It's considered the most important part because it's where we're really going to make the biggest impact on our lives. We don't just clean, cleanse. Okay, I did all that. Now I'm going to go back to all my bad habits. Don't do that. Support yourself. Really maintain those habits that are helping you to live a better life. Have a better positive attitude. We need positive people. We need all of us to be our best selves. Stop staying in your low self and your small self and come up to that higher self and be that, because our community needs our family, our friends, our community, our country, the world needs us to be a light. That's how we make a difference. Okay, that's my little talk for tonight. Let's get started, you guys, with our practice. I'm so happy Tina's here because she's going to really help.